about. I said, should I shout or should I pout? What do I gotta do to move that doubt? I could sing about all this, jungle cats, maybe the lynxes, the minxes, all those wombats. I could sing the blues or praise the king of the Jews. Well, I guess I would rather tell you about a little good news. You know, I wrote a song, they said that's way too long. I said it's just a demo for the Leno show, and I think you might be wrong. That's when he asked me, what's that song about? I said it's about a pretty girl, I just wanna give her a shout. Another fellow said it seems long like a book. It don't even seem your song got a hook. Well, I didn't get signed, so I said that's just fine. Just kept milling about, working out my rhyme. Then I met that other girl, she said her name was Mary. She said if she had a few brews, she wouldn't be too contrary. But I didn't have the money for that milky honey, so I've done my best to pass that test and tried to be funny. I got a little wild, acted like a wayward child. At least I walked away with that pretty girl smile. You know, sometimes I think it's better to just let it go. Just swim with the fishes, just go with the flow. But I wanna be different, I wanna be unique. I wanna be like a salmon that swims up that creek. I wanna be like a bear that runs down that hill, just to tumble head over heels because I heard it was a thrill. Yeah, I wanna go up and down on that merry-go-round. Has anyone seen that pretty girl around? Cause this is where they said you gotta place that hook to tear that pretty girl stare up away from her book. You gotta make her wanna dance like in a Harlequin romance. You gotta be a brand new man and just come by chance, cause you wanna melt her heart like butter to watch her lips utter. Why do I wanna kiss that bum and act like his mother? I heard if you wanna spoil, you don't labor and toil. So I thought I would get a little wild and act like a wayward child. Then I met a fella who said he worked at the Mint. I thought if I had a real good job like that, I could have bought that girl a pint. That's when he asked me, what do you do? I said, I am just another bum like you. He said, no man, I mean, what do you do for a living? I said, I am a bum, and are you into giving? Well, he threw me $1 and I started to holler, but I didn't have that girl's number and I couldn't call her. So I said, I might as well go home and get my guitar. Maybe she will see me somewhere shining like a star. He said, oh man, so you can sing and play? Well, not many will make it far. But anyway, I said, hey man, you gotta think outside that box, cause this world is absurd, it's a paradox. You know, this is where they said you gotta place that hook to tear that pretty girl stare up away from her book. You gotta make her wanna dance like in a Harlequin romance. You gotta be a brand new man and just come by chance, cause you wanna melt her heart like butter to watch her lips utter. Why do I wanna kiss that bum and act like his mother? I heard if you wanna spoil, you don't labor and toil. So I thought I would get a little wild and act like a wayward child. Yeah, I got a little wild and acted like a wayward child. And this is where they said you gotta place that hook. Yeah, this is where you